Dude, you know what they come here for? To hear Bart be about Taika.
100%.
Yeah. That video did crazy.
That video did great. Yeah. Just us all over Bart for buying him a 3D printer because he did one basic thing.
And then Anthony's all, it is crazy, Bart. how calmly he said it was such a good button.
It is crazy.
No, the delivery was great.
Also, it's like, you know what we didn't touch on? Or maybe we did talk about it in that video, but it's not in the edit that people don't realize. Taika wants to get a 3D printer because he wants to print a Rocktopus.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
It's the Rock's head on an octopus body.
Bart said he wanted to sell it. Dude, even better, Bart actually did buy the printer, but then they can't figure it out. So they haven't done anything.
Oh, but I thought Taika's little Mr. Research.
And we went to, you just
Well, dude, that's why he got the printer, because he's Mr. Research.
A few days ago, I met up Bart at a gun show like that was happening in Vegas, and he brought Taika. And then Taika wanted this toy that got one of the stands, and it was a 3D printed dragon. And he bought it. And I was like, you bought him a printer already. Why are you buying 3D printed toys?
How much was it? $500?
No, it wasn't that much. It was a cool dragon.
Yo, that was so funny because as soon as I went to his house after the talk we had about Taika, and Bart said he wasn't gonna buy it.
Yeah.
As soon as I came over, Taika was like, "Black boy." Taika was like, "Uncle, you want to see my 3D printer?"
Unbelievable, dude.
And then Bart was like, I was like, "You motherfucking got it for him?"
Dude, I was having this.
But they can't figure it out is the funniest thing in the world.
It seems like it would take a lot to figure that
one of the kids just watches JK all the time. Carlo, by the way.
No way, Carlo?
Yeah, he watches JK.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, to the point where like his girl like he rehearses with me, right, like all day, and then he goes home, he puts it on while he plays video games.
His girl? I thought Carlo's gay.
Yeah, he is gay. And then his girl.
I'm just kidding because he's watching, so I wanted to tell.
His girl / roommate or whatever their situationship is walks in, and then is like, dude, you're so gay. You spent all day with him, and then you gotta watch him on video.
That's pretty funny.
That is flaming, bro.
That's actually pretty funny.
That is flames.
Maybe he's watching for the rest of us.
But then he yeah.
the misogyny.
He does say he's like, but Nick's so funny.
He skips Anthony talking every time. That's fucked up.
And then so he watches, so he's seen all these clips. So we ended up talking about this last night at dinner. He's talking about fucking Bart buying Taika a $300 printer.
Yeah.
That they can't figure out.
But everybody at the table's like, what? Like, I was like, yeah, when was the last time you guys got a $300 gift from your parents?
Thank you.
Never. Everybody's fucking traumatized about this idea.
That's our generation though, man. I can't imagine getting that.
And it's not like, no offense, but let's just shit on Taika because that's funnier.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a fucking grade A student who like, you know what I'm talking about?
Let's go.
Like the last IG story that they have, he's like jumping all over the kitchen table and like throwing shit. I'm like, this household is crazy. Like,
You think he's gonna be a streamer one day? I feel like he has like that streamer vibe. Taika? Yeah.
No, I think he's gonna be a doctor.
and the doctor, when he finishes surgery, he's gonna go put some respect on my
No, you know
name.
why I think that? Because he pulled up a link at 7 years old. I think he's gonna be a fucking astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I think.
I wonder if he's gonna go in the military.
You think so?
I don't know. That'd be pretty cool.
No way, dude. He's gonna get everything handed to him.
Dude.
So he's gonna have 16 houses handed to him by the time he's 18.
Oh.
I mean, Bart's
He's
like,
got 27 doors already.
he already has a Bitcoin. Kid has a Bitcoin. Like, what are we talking about?
He has a big.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. No way. Bart got him a Bitcoin. Like, of course.
That's a great investment.
100%. But it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means Taika's doing better than my parents financially.
Yeah, Taika's
like,
doing better than
fully, like both of them.
He's killing it, dude.
He has he also has a 3D printer too.
Yeah.
And like that's the prize, not what he can print, just having the
that's
printer.
When he figures it out, I wonder what he's gonna make though.
He buys 3D printers to flex on people.
Now here's what's gonna happen. He's just gonna get bored and find something else to do, and that 3D printer's just gonna sit there.
I wonder if it's like a CNC machine. Like, you know how those take a fuck ton of like a while to get?
I have a feeling that maybe because Taika just picked the cheapest one, the cheapest stuff is usually harder to figure out because it's less streamlined.
Oh, it doesn't have like the software.
It's Amazon. It's made in China.
Maybe that's the case.
So like, you have to make the plastic. It's like, oh shit.
3D print. I mean, printers are a racket in and of itself, right? Like they just run out of ink after like 2 prints every single time.
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
keep
such a
getting
racket,
toner.
dude.
3D printers got to be way crazier.
You think that there's a racket behind it already?
Yeah, it's like when when you're a kid and like your sister would get like those like little kitchen things where you can make ice cream
Oh, yeah.
and stuff.
That's what they say. That
Oven,
yeah,
But
dude.
then the second you run out of the ingredients, it's like, what does that toy do?
Nothing.
And then the ingredients are so expensive. They're way.
That's early subscription.
It's like
streaming
15
model.
bucks to make a cake.
Yeah, that's where they
Cake
make
mix
their
is like
money.
$6, dude.
That's where they make their money.
A real cake is so much cheaper.
And it's like this big.
I don't even know how a 3D printer works, so I feel like I have nothing to even add.
I think you just need a program. And you have 3 models.
What does it build it off of, though?
If the equivalent was like when we were kids of someone shitting on us because our parents bought us a desk jet,
A death jet.
like a regular
Fucking spoiled! You have a color printer?
I will never believe that having a desk jet is the same as a 3D printer ever.
A death jet.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, having a PC though, you grew up with a lot of PCs. That was pretty fancy.
I used to have a, what do you call it? Not a photocopy machine, but I used my dad's to like print shit as a kid and just copy the shit of it. And like, you could do so much fun stuff with it though.
Ken, you probably are the guy who like went into the library, saw the fucking Xerox machine, sat on it with your bare ass, and it was photocopying. Huh?
Dude, yeah. No,
I'll bet you done shit. I've done that with my head.
I actually never did
Where his
that.
ass was?
Just like, I just smell Ken's ass.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember growing up, my dad, because he was a sound editor, and for his computer, he had to use a Mac. But back then, Macs didn't work with anything. So like all the games that was sick was always on PC. So I was like, oh dude, I want a PC so bad. But we always have fucking Mac and we have these lame fucking games. Everything was like floppy disk. Nothing worked.
You always had to wait like 6 years for the game everyone was playing to come to Mac.
Yeah,
Dude,
what the
yeah.
hell?
It's bad, yeah.
By the time you try to get it to run, it just doesn't run well.
Yeah.
My
I
Mac
could play Sims on a Mac, and it was just
Bro,
a
never.
disaster.
I had to do the partition app with Mac. You know where you can turn half your hard drive into a PC and you like run the Windows.
Dude.
What is it called?
Yeah, but then the second you're doing that and then trying to run the gaming program, like you're the guy who's lagging on everything.
Bro, it just doesn't work.
Have you ever heard of, in elementary, the computers at our school were Amigas? Have you ever heard of an Amiga?
Oh, Amiga?
Amiga.
AMIGA?
Yeah. It's
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
but
it does
like,
sound familiar.
It's even worse than Mac back then. They had no software for it, but then there was just so many Amiga stands. Like for some reason, it was kind of like the Outlaws computer. Like this is an outlier. This is like you know that thing where people think it's superior because it's less known.
Yeah.
That's why our schools had them, because there was this one teacher that was so into Amigas. We were forced to learn Amigas. It was completely useless knowledge after 2 years.
That's funny.
Yeah, horrible.
But he somehow convinced the whole staff to like get it.
In the yearbook, like certain things that were edited, it will say like edited by Bill and his Amiga. Like he's such a stand for it. This dude was like writing hard for it, and it never went anywhere.
Crash plummeted. Amiga stock on.
Imagine forcing all the kids to learn this thing, and it just completely just dissolved.
The useless technology.
I like how he really thought that it was the future. And then he's like, everyone's got to get on this, and it fucking completely
but then when we
failed.
switched to PCs, like regular PCs in the school, I started a racket where, everyone had a diskette. So each student had to have their own diskette. It's a floppy disk that's like the 3.5.
Oh, there's a
It
smaller
was like your account on it,
The
right?
thing, not the floppy, but the thing where the metal slides.
Oh, yeah, that guy, yeah.
So everyone had to have one of those to put their work on. And then people would pay me like $2 to put comics on them.
That's sick.
And I would get comics from online and just like put them on there.
That's sick.
And I got in trouble.
Wait, you would download them from online?
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's pretty sick, dude.
You're ahead of your time, brother.
But I got busted.
Did you do it on your Amiga? Or you did PC?
Just on PC.
Who ratted you out?
No, the teacher knew because they would load them into the computer and they would show on the screen. And she's like, "Where'd you get that? Why is that on your?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody ratted you, or either every single time he had a
Dude, what a
signature,
lame
like
teacher.
comic by Ryan.
Well, it's because I'm the only person doing dumb shit like that. So of course it's me. I also put games on the student computers, and I got in trouble for that.
You put games on the student computer.
Because back then they had this thing called shareware, and you would buy a disc, and it would have 250 games, all like shareware, where only the first level is accessible. And if you want to play the whole game, you register it and you pay an extra fee. So you have like 10% of a game 200 times. So they could fit on discs because they were so small.
That's how I played Doom. I only played the first level of Doom for like 2 years.
Hey, dude, I remember those.
Yeah. Duke Nukem, remember that one?
I had one for Mac.
Yeah, the demos, man.
And then I asked for Duke Nukem for my birthday, and I actually got it, and that was life changing because I could get past the first level.
His door is open.
Yeah,
You didn't send your parents the Amazon link?
Yeah, no, yeah, it would have blown the doors off my dad.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating back to 2019.
Support the channel's growth and new ideas.
And tap into the closer community by joining our Discord.
Come chat with me inside, and then you can say funny things to me.
And get the opportunity to suggest new video ideas. Come join our Patreon. Thank you.
Link is in the description box below.
I remember I wanted Counter-Strike so bad, but people were like, you have to get Doom first to get the Counter-Strike.
What?
Like, add-on. Yeah.
Add-on?
So I got Doom.
Oh no, they were talking about Half-Life. Cause you need Half-Life to run Counter-Strike.
Half-Life.
Yeah, that's right, Half-Life.
Dude, if you tried to do it with Doom, it's not working. Imagine how fucked up the freaking thing would be. Yeah,
But I played the whole thing. And I was
did?
like,
Half-Life was sick.
I thought that Counter-Strike was gonna open up after I unlocked everything.
So you played the whole scientist with a crowbar?
Everything.
Oh my god.
I did it.
How do I get to Counter?
Yeah.
I have to earn it.
Yeah. It's so long.
It's really long. Yeah.
Dude, imagine Joe coming in here and be like, back in my day, you had to earn playing Counter-Strike. You don't just get to click on it.
You could just download it.
Yeah. You just download it as an extension pretty much.
You had to go through all those sewers and stop the nuclear
Did you
attack.
eventually play Counter-Strike?
I gave up and I went to because they had PC bongs. I just started going there. And also, I didn't have I had 56K, so it was pointless to even get it.
That's true, yeah.
I didn't even think it
56K.
through. I was like, I'm gonna get Half-Life first.
You're clipping through the walls and shit like that.
I didn't even like it. Like, it was all alien and weird, and I was like, what? When are we gonna shoot some terrorists and shit?
Yeah,
You know?
it's like Event Horizon basically.
Yeah, it was so
it's
boring.
So sci-fi.
Dang, I liked Half-Life, dude.
Yeah, you don't shoot no terrorists, huh?
Not if you're trying to play Counter-Strike. That's like a total derailment.
It's like you have one thing in mind, and then it's like if it's not that thing, it just doesn't work. You're just criticizing it the whole time you're playing.
It's like you're trying to watch 13 hours and you end up watching Alien.
yeah.
It is funny how my attention span, like I used to play games and watch the storyline, and now I'm like, can we fucking cut through this fucking shit?
Yeah,
The
because
storyline's the best part.
Spamming the A button.
Now the story.
I don't do that with GTA, but I do with everything else.
Yeah.
I do with everything, just about.
Just because you're losing the time of it's like life. Everyday life is going by. You're like, I can't sit here and watch this for real.
I'm like, I got 20 minutes to play this level. Bro. Hurry the fuck up.
Well, that reminds me of, I remember I had a buddy come over one time, he's like, let's play Halo 2 or whatever it was. And I was like, no, we gotta play Halo 1 first. And he's like, nah, dude, I don't want to play. You know what I mean? But as a kid, you're like, dude, the storyline shit. Oh, you want to know what's gonna go on and shit. Now I don't have time. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, with Red Dead, I will watch the story too. Because
I actually
that
do.
was-
Yeah.
Bro, even Red Dead, I'm like,
Me too, dude. How many goddamn conversations?
I was like, I got a 20-minute horse ride. I gotta leave now. I'm always looking at traffic. I'm like, I'm gonna get
Traffic
into
with
an
the
encounter.
horses.
I'm gonna get sidetracked, and I'm not gonna make it back.
Wait,
These hills ain't gonna be
play?
empty for long, Dutch. And all this shit. I'm just like, oh.
Did you play Red Dead?
I still haven't gotten through it.
I played 5 minutes of Red Dead 2. Everybody was raving about it being the best game ever.
It's dope. It just makes me.
You just have to get through with the snow part.
Dude, why did they open it so fucking boring?
They opened it boring. They did.
It's so boring.
The snow thing is pretty boring.
It's so terrible.
So do you recommend I try and go back and actually
Yeah,
play
get
it?
through the snow part, and then you can start killing hookers and stuff.
You can't be busy.
lassoing them up.
I think if you're busy, your mind will just be thinking of shit. If you can settle into it, dude, it's like the greatest fucking world you can experience. Yeah.
I think you gotta be on an airplane to play that fucking game. You remember? You gotta be on a 17-hour.
200.
My problem
You
with
gotta be locked in. You can't have any chores to do.
You have to be locked in, yeah.
And it's an international flight.
my problem with Red Dead is I'm too fucking wanted in that game.
You have to be single. You have to
I
be
love getting hunted by these.
I can't have fun for long because I'm always wanted.
Yeah, I'm shopping for guns and the bounty hunters come and get me.
always.
I'm serious, dude, because I've done so much fucked up shit in that game that they're always after me, and I'm like, God damn, how do I clear?
So
all this?
you're an evil guy.
Yeah, because then you're it's red the whole region for the whole game.
It's the worst, dude.
I have bounties in every region I'm in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what kind of cowboy game is this? Everyone knows that I done fucked up shit. Everybody?
Yeah. I was like, I wore the fucking thing. I wore a mask.
There's no internet here, brother.
I wore a mask. I got a haircut after.
There's no internet. You can't take my picture. Yeah, I'm wearing a fucking mask. Like, how does everyone know I'm like the most evil guy ever?
And I killed the bounty hunters that were chasing me.
I'm killing hookers. I'm dragging people to train tracks and running them over and shit. There's nobody around, by the way. Or maybe if there was somebody around, I run them down and shoot them.
The best part of Red Dead, though, like
are the animals talking?
Is the random encounters. Like when you're going through, like
the randomly generated scenarios.
Yeah, like that's pretty tight. Or someone gets their carriage fucked up, and they're like, "Hey, could you please help me?" And then bandits.
And it's a freaking ambush. Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh."
And then after that, you never believe it. You just kill the guy.
But all the time, I try to. And then when you get disappointed when they're actually like, "I need some help. Can you ride me to town?" I'm like,
I don't know.
But that's like
I just shoot them.
Yeah, I like
just run.
I'm like, it's too boring.
It's kind of out of the way. You know,
you play it like it's real life.
Fast travel.
You play it like it's real life.
I don't got the time right now. It's tough.
Can you get wanted if it was supposed to be an ambush?
Let's play co-op.
If it was supposed to be an ambush, right? But then you end up shooting them. Do you still get wanted?
Sometimes if someone sees you, they'll call the cops and shit. And then I gotta kill that guy because he saw me.
Dude, it's like have you ever played Mafia? Yeah, it's like that. When you kill somebody, a guy runs to the nearest phone. You gotta kill him. Someone else runs to a phone. You gotta kill them. The whole town's dead.
I just did a massacre because I don't want to get caught.
I remember you had to like obey the traffic laws on Mafia, or else you get pulled over and shit for running a red.
So wacky.
It was so. And then the cars are so slow. Yeah. The cars are like chariot speed.
Just like this.
Yeah.
That's why I never touched that.
They fixed that by Mafia 3, but it's still the same like shit. Yeah.
Oh really?
It gets repetitive though. All the missions are like.
Imagine a developer in the room being like, and they have to obey the traffic laws, and people are like, yeah.
I love that.
Real. It's kind of like how people didn't like GTA 4's steering because it was more real.
Oh really?
But then GTA 5, the cars all are like toys, which is more fun.
like it way
but GTA 4 is more realistic, where you'll actually oversteer or like.
And you would spin out.
Yeah, you spin out all the time. You're like.
That's like, I remember trying to play, I got Xbox One, right? And like week 1, I got that Forza game. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even drive the fucking cars, dude. It's like...
And you have no room for error.
You have to be actually skilled.
All I've ever played was like Mario Kart. So I'm like, dude, this Forza shit is crazy.
That's when I played Grid, it was like that too. It's like you're racing all these guys, and if you take a turn not great, you cannot win the race.
Yeah, you're fucked.
One turn that you don't take perfectly. I'm like, this is not fun.
Nothing fun about it. I'm trying to run into other guys and they're way ahead.
That's why you gotta play. That's why you gotta play Burnout or Split Second. Those are fucking cartoons.
My favorite shit was Cruising Exotica, brother.
Ooh yeah, cruising. We could do double backflips. Just because you double tap the accelerator, that doesn't make any sense.
Or
flying
fucking,
off a ramp.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal is awesome.
When you're the guy who's like this with big ass tires on his arms. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Axel, dude.
I've seen guys that play the Forza game and they have a whole rig. They have a little chair, like a 4D.
They cost like an actual car.
Bro.
People be putting like a fucking fake car in their actual living room.
My old coach has one, bro. He has like the 4 screens, the whole like bro, it's nuts.
You see? Have you ever tried those, but with the VR?
No.
Bro, I almost threw up.
I did with the boys.
Yeah, and he kept crashing into us.
I kept crashing into everybody, dude. I was going the wrong way on the road, dude, just to hit everybody full on.
I think the VR one.
And I smashed Gio into a wall, and I just kept on hitting her. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even breathe, dude.
Bro, we gotta play Red Dead with them.
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah, is there any co-op game out right now that's like that would be hilarious to do?
Probably Red Dead.
Red Dead's co-op?
Red Dead co-op?
What's it called? Chained Together? Is that what it's called? That would be really fun with Steve. It's where like it's like all 4 of us are basically playing like 3D platforming, and you have to like do these jumps and stuff. But we're all connected by a chain. So if one guy fucks it up,
which Steve is gonna do,
I'm gonna be jumping off the cliff.
then like because it's like 3-on-1, him doing it alone won't mess it up because there's still more weight on our side, but. We have to time all of our movements.
So it's us versus Steve.
Wait, you guys ever play
Man, you make it sound
Payday?
so fun.
You guys ever played Payday?
We rob a bank.
Payday's sick. Payday's sick.
I just
You
start
can
shooting
steal
everybody, dude.
cars. You can rob it. Yeah. It's,
Dude, you ever see the movie Heat?
no.
There's a guy in the movie Heat named Waingro, and he's known for like, he fucks up the whole team. So I would play Payday, and I named my Steam username was Waingro. Oh, no. And as soon as I came in, they would see me, and I'm wearing the hockey mask, and they're like, oh shit, Wayne Grow. And they're saying this shit on the mics, and they're like, are we gonna have a problem with you? And I'm like, the devil's visiting with you, brother. Which is a quote from the movie. They're like, oh fuck. And they all vote to kick me out.
This guy never gets in a game.
It was tough. So I had to play it cool for a little while.
That's the game for him.
Yeah.
Who's gonna keep him?
Once we start the game, I can never leave.
That's really good. Did you guys ever play Mission Impossible for N64?
Yes, that was one of my favorite games.
It was actually really fun. I've always dreamt of a game doing this, and they did it. Where basically you're sniping, right? And you're watching like a park, and you have to find the right person to shoot. And the guy, you're like on the phone or something, and you have to like make his phone ring, so he goes like this. But then like different people will just pull something out that looks like a phone for a second.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh fuck, I almost got that guy. Yeah, that shit's so dope where you can't tell who the guy is.
Yeah.
And you
That's
have,
ahead of his time.
yeah, and there's like a guy describing what he looks like, but then they get details as you're going. So like they'll be like, oh, actually it's a red vest. Like don't you at first you're just like it's a vest, and then it gets more, but the time is running out, so you have to like pick.
I also loved how like the controls, it was like you're walking on the bottom of the ocean. Like
Everything's slow.
Like it's so slow, and like you can hardly move, and when you even turn, it's like you're trying to drive a boat.
Because Ethan's undercover, so you can't just be sprinting through a ballroom.
Yeah.
But that's all he does.
The controls were so annoying.
You have to walk like a normal person and blend in, and you got to steal the guy's uniform.
That shit was sick. That was my favorite mission. Was the one you steal the guy's uniform, drag him in the bathroom and shit.
It's like GoldenEye with some tact. Yeah.
When it has the face, what is it?
You have face changer, buddy.
Oh yeah, the face changer. Dude, that game was actually pretty tight.